Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the Altcoin show, coming at you daily as per your requests. 6 days a week. We have the stock show tomorrow, so don't forget about that. But wherever you are tuning in from around the world, I want to welcome you to the channel. If you're a regular, you know what's coming next. Smash that like. This helps get content out to more people and does help support the channel as well. Love all the comments and questions. Keep them coming. I do look to get back to those questions as soon as I'm able, and I do really appreciate all the kind words of encouragement and support. Okay, and of course, in the links in the description is my cheat sheet. There are all links under the cheat sheet as well, but all the links that are in the description are also in the cheat sheet just to make it easier. You click on that cheat sheet and you get the whole lot. Okay, including links to the Discord, to getting signed up for the most amazing Discord on the planet. I'm in that Discord in the crypto channel every day with the most amazing community, the Stocks with Josh Discord channel. And also there are a ton of other great links in there, educational resources, all freely available for you. Okay, so check that out. All right, we are going to jump into some news, and then we're going to jump into some charts here for you. And of course, the first one is our best friend, our big gainer that's been crushing it, which is Blub, which I have added to the cheat sheet. Okay, so if you check out the cheat sheet, I have added some levels there. But did you know on average the top memes of every blockchain account for 2 to 4% of the network's value? I didn't know this, but now I do. What does it mean? We are extremely undervalued. Currently, Blub is sitting at around 22 million versus Sui's 3.9 billion. We're only at 0.56%. So based off that, we could have quite a bit more upside, maybe another 8x there. For Blub, that might give us a bit of an idea of what a Blub top could be. But of course, as this keeps growing, so should this. As long as Blub stays as the main premier top meme coin on the Sui blockchain, or one of the because Solana has a couple. It has WIF and it has Bonk as the two big ones on there. So certainly let's keep an eye on Blub, and let's see if Blub can keep pumping. Remember, we have the giveaway, which is now closed, and we will be announcing that winner soon. So stay tuned for that for Blub. And then we have the Sui token itself has been absolutely melting faces out there. And here are some of the coins on its ecosystem. Now, look, I am not buying into any of these except for Blub. I haven't looked into some of the others. I did own Cetus, but I did sell it. I just want to be transparent there. The reason being is because in Solana's first cycle, there wasn't a lot of big projects going on the chain. It wasn't until this cycle that the ecosystem had really took off. The only one I'm looking at now is for Blub. I haven't looked into any of the others. I did hold Cetus. I'm probably not going to re-add that back to my portfolio. For the Sui ecosystem for right now, I'm just in on Sui, of course, and I'm in on Blub. If I do add anything else, I will certainly update the community as soon as I am able. And that's why it's important to be in the Discord, because I gave that trade on the Discord with step-by-step on how to buy it at 5 million market cap. And that shot up all the way, I think at over 30 million market cap, 600% gain there, or more actually for that one there. So so Blub has been a real good one to be involved in. It is a meme coin, so make sure that you do take out your original capital as profit at some point on the way up. I did that around 500% up. I was able to take that original capital out. Sui is up 99% since September the 1st. No other coin in the top 25 by market cap is up 99% leader. And so that has been an absolutely crushing trade there. And certainly I have some buys for loadout. One of the good things that I did was I took I wish I'd taken all of the profits from Blub, and I put it into Sui at about just over $1, and then that's gone up to $1.55. So like a 55%. So not only did I get all that profit from Blub, I took that profit and was able to profit on that profit as well. That's why it's not always a bad idea to do these things, but certainly I got the timing of that one spot on. It's been crappy. I don't know where my Grim Reaper is. I do want the Grim Reaper. If I do find that Grim Reaper post, I am going to share it. But Sui has flipped Uni and is Uniswap and is now only 2 steps away from the top 20 there, and that's absolutely crushing. I'm on an absolute tear right now, and I'll be looking to add on any pullbacks that could come in. Look what happens when people start to actually realize what Sui network has known all along. ETH is flowing into Ethereum. There is flowing into Sui. Ethereum's flowing into Solana. Ethereum's flowing into everything right now. People are selling out, but selling out there. But also Solana is flowing into Sui as well. And so you can see that it's not just people. And I think this is part of why we've seen the price of Ethereum not go so well, and the price of Solana as well struggle a little bit. That's partially the reason. The other reason is both Ethereum and Solana don't have a capped supply, and Solana minted a whole bunch of tokens and pushed it out to the market. Actually, Solana didn't make an all-time high in price, but it made an all-time high in market cap. And so it should have been, it went well above its all-time high market cap. So it should have been at $400, maybe $500, but instead it just got to 210 because they added to the supply. Ethereum can't help. They just turn on the printing machine and they just keep selling. They just even just 4 hours ago, or this was 4 hours ago yesterday, they keep selling. They've sold a total of 3,466 Ethereum, 9.67 million, average of 2,791, averaging one sale every 11 days, and averaging 151 ETH every single sale. And I thought somebody replied to this. I thought it was pretty funny. He doesn't care anymore. So I'm sorry. I had to laugh. It's got, but it's that's why I sold ETH. Thank goodness I sold that about 3,500 and got out. And where did I put my money? Into Sui, into Tau, and look what happened. Absolutely crushed it. One of the great trades that I have made in this bull run, and I gave it on the Discord. I shared it on the Discord when I did it. People were like, what? And I was like, well, I still hold my ETH swing trade position, which I do, by the way, but I'm looking to get out of that as well. So I am hoping for a pump up to about 2,800. I did give it the Ethereum trade. We'll check that out in the charts in a moment, see. And speaking of people not doing the right things by their community or followers, here we have is a highly followed influencer who withdrew all the Pendle and deposited it into Binance. And what happened next? Let's check what happened next in the next article. He sold a big chunk of it. But the problem wasn't that he sold a big chunk of it. The issue was just 9 days earlier, he had tweeted that Pendle plus Bitcoin DeFi equals $10 bet. He put a bet on Pendle going to $10, pumped the price, and then dumped on people here. And look what he did. He ended up, after he did that, he sold 1.27 million Pendle in the past 2 days, 61% of his total holdings, leaving only 820 Pendle left. And just 9 days ago, he tweeted that he bet Pendle to $10. Just be careful about who you follow and who they are paid by. I'm not paid by anybody to share about any of the tokens that I share on this channel. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Okay, this is for education and entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained? Okay, has Sui and Tau and Blub not entertained your portfolios? Okay, so certainly I want to make that clear here, that certainly that you need to be very careful in these kind of situations. I'm still bullish on Pendle. It's still on my cheat sheet there. And so check out the entry and take profit levels on Pendle. And then we have Link Unlocked. So remember, I've said many times on this channel that Chainlink, the big issue I had with Chainlink was about half of the supply wasn't in circulation. And looking into their details, it seemed like they could just dump on people whenever they wanted. And it looks like they have now sent 18.125 million link and deposited into Binance today. So that looks like, and that's September 21st, that's today. So that looks like that's going to be dumped upon the market. Chainlink, before this, Chainlink had only unlocked 8 times in total, and 7 of them saw price increases 30 days after unlocking. So this is interesting because smart money is going to go, okay, now they've unlocked, now they've dumped, let's watch the price maybe dilute or further be suppressed. And then now we can start dollar cost averaging. And that's why there's a price increase 30 days after unlocking, because people have a little bit of confidence. I mean, I bet you the price of Hondo is probably going to go up after its big January unlock there. But certainly people now can feel a little bit of confidence, but they still have more that they can unlock and push into the market. And of course, that is going to dilute the price and is going to, in the short term, but in 30 days, let's check the price of Link. And certainly, I want to wait until after they have. You can check the address here. So just go to look on chain, check the address here, follow this address. You just click on it, and you can see after they've sold might be a good time to jump in and buy a little bit of Link. I'm not. But certainly for those of you who love Link and like the Link protocol, you can do so. And it is on my cheat sheet under the others column there. Also, Solana and Visa. Visa has just said a big no thank you to Ethereum and a big yes to Solana. And he says Ethereum is not cost effective to be able to do lower transaction frequently. And so it's all about Solana. We saw that with PayPal yesterday as well. So still bullish on Solana. I think Solana's had most of its run up. I don't think it's going to do another 15x from here, but certainly Solana up to $600 seems reasonable. I had $609 as an area because you just don't know how much they're going to mint, and it can just change everything. And so they minted a bunch of tokens being released in supply. I'm not sure if they have any more being pushed out for the remainder of this year. I certainly hope not, but I certainly feel that Solana can still get to that 600 level. Maybe it can get to the 900. We'll see what shakes out there. Speaking of Solana, Zeus is something that I have in my cheat sheet and I still hold in my cheat sheet. And of course, Zeus makes Bitcoin tradable on the Solana network. And so I think it has at least one of the Solana founders there as part of that. And so I got in on the Zeus. I added to my cheat sheet there. Certainly, if you haven't got any Zeus, please check the levels on the cheat sheet for entries and also for exits as well. But I do think Zeus is going to have its moment in this bull run. And I'm very bullish on Zeus. When you can trade Bitcoin and maybe even stake Bitcoin on Solana, that would be pretty incredible. So just keep an eye on the Zeus space there. I talked yesterday about Banana Gun having that got exploited, and that took us out of our trade. And they've got both their EVM, which is Ethereum and Base, because you can snipe on the Ethereum and Base and Solana using the Banana bot. And they've got additional safety, and they'll be monitoring 24/7. Thank you for your patience and trust. The team will refund all victims of the attack with more details later to come. Look, it's a risk. AVAX got hacked. I think Rune got hacked. Both have recovered and been okay. However, if there was a substantial hack where they got to a point where they weren't able to refund all the victims because the hack was too large, that's when a token can really collapse. So you have to be, this is why taking profits is really important. Okay, along on the way up. Now, have I sold any of my Banana Gun? Absolutely not. I have not sold any, but I've not added any in this dip, and I'm not going to add any more because I have a lot of Banana Gun already. I've done all of my buying with Banana Gun. Would I say, if you don't own any Banana Gun, would I encourage you to buy? Absolutely would not encourage you to do any such thing, because I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I can only tell you what I would do if I had no Banana Gun, and I would add some Banana Gun to my portfolio if I didn't have any. And I think these prices that Banana Gun have at the moment are certainly prices. I think the all-time high was about $80, so we're down under $40 at the moment. We'll have a look at the charts in a moment. Certainly do appeal to me there, okay? Certainly now, as far as the airdrops come, the Hamster Kombat Airdrop is closed. I think they're going to have another one, but this one is done. Season 1 is done. And so now they've taken a snapshot. So as long as you connected your wallet, which I was only telling you to do for the last 3 months, and gave videos on how to do it and broke it down in the Discord to make sure you had your TON wallet and you connected to that game, you're going to get your airdrop to that TON wallet, which you can then swap out and take profits into the TON chain. I will be doing a video before the airdrop, which is on the 26th. So in the next 3 or 4 days, I will put a step-by-step guide on how that is done. So make sure you check that out and stay tuned in the channel. And I'll also be giving updates and support in the Discord. So make sure that's why it's important, in my opinion, to be part of a Discord community. The link below is in the description for getting signed up in the Discord. But we've got X Empire that's coming up. They've made it into the top 5 largest Telegram channels in the world. Honestly, it's just crazy. Thank you all to everyone. So obviously for me, you've got Hamster Kombat, X Empire, Blum, which I'm also in, is also in my airdrop. You can check out all my airdrops here, by the way. I've got Blum, Blue. Just click on these links. Get started, get farming. Some of them don't require any kind of tap at all. Blum doesn't require any tap. I believe TON Station doesn't require any tap. Well, I don't even tap anymore. I just go in whenever I can and grab the rewards, add them, and keep the hourly mining rate going. Hippo and POTUS, I haven't been in for a few days. That does have tap. Hexacore, I can't remember what that is. I got to get back into that. Goal, I haven't been in a few days. Drift, I love that. Sorry, my kids love Drift. I would never have such time for such things as that. I would never have an opportunity to play that. But I am liking Drift. I hope that's a really good airdrop. And certainly I'm going to do a video about Drift on how to use that and get set up on that. Blue, I think there's a little bit of tap on that one. But certainly I don't do a whole lot of the taps. Once you get to a certain point, it's just about logging in, taking your mining rewards, buying mining packets to increase your hourly rate, doing a few other tasks, and that's pretty much it. Just get in, do your stuff, and get out again during those dead moments of the day. All right, we're going to jump into the charts here. And we're going to start with our Ondo trade. So we gave the Ondo trade at the break of the 50-day moving average and retest. So if you got in that trade, you're a little bit up. We got into the trade, I think it was around about 65 cents, and that's come up to around 69. We're taking profit on that one at 74. And taking profit means you don't have to get out of the trade completely. You can actually just take some profits here off the table and hope that it's going to keep going up here, because this, again, if we break and retest, this would be a great place to get in here and then continue to ride this one up. So we'll see how that one shakes out, but so far so good on the Ondo trade. Let's take a quick look at total 3. We saw a break and we've got a retest, and it looks like we're off to the races there. There looks to be a little bit of resistance there. This is where we broke down, very similar to Bitcoin. If we start to see this bump up against Bitcoin, if you saw my video from earlier, a few hours ago, please check that out. We see this bump up around here a little bit, but if we see a big rejection down, and if we are more bumping around this 200 EMA, we might break down, retest this 50-day moving average, bounce around a little bit before pushing on. But we'll see what shakes out with that. Obviously, the USDT dominance is continuing to break down. I do see it coming down my target here of about 5.4%, where we should find a little bit of support there. Very interesting. Arweave just hasn't really taken off right now. It did have its conference. I was hoping for a bit of a pop, and it did get a bit of a pop. It popped from about $17 up to about $21. So there was about a $4 increase there. That's not too bad. But it found resistance here. Where are we getting in the Arweave trade? A break and a retest of the 50-day moving average at about $21.50 currently. And then certainly we can ride that trade up to $25. I certainly don't want to see this wick lost here at about $16.22. I'll be monitoring that. Certainly that would be where I would get out of the Arweave trade there. But certainly it's still an accumulation phase for Arweave. Banana, again, even though they got it back up and running, I think a lot of people like Eek, this could have gone really bad, and it didn't. Certainly we still have low, higher low, and a higher low for now. If we lose this wick, I'm probably going to start to de-risk and exit some of my position here on Banana. It just depends. If we lose the wick while Bitcoin is still doing well, but if we lose this wick and Bitcoin just goes on a big dump and all the alts go with it, then obviously that's a little bit different in my opinion. But if the rest of the market is super bullish and going off and Banana Gun just continues to bleed out a little bit, I may just, because I've got a few positions open on Banana Gun, I'll probably close one of my positions and I'll just keep my, I'll probably close my swing trade position, but I'll keep my hodl position open there. So just letting you guys know that's how that will be. I'll keep updated in the Discord if anything changes or if I do anything different, but it's definitely flipped from bullish. It was about to take off in my opinion, and then we've come back down under the 200 EMA on the daily. So we'll keep monitoring that there. How is our ETH trade going? Our ETH trade's not going too badly. The whole idea was to get, boy, ETH's pumping off that 50. Not really. It really hasn't taken off from here. The trade was given at about 25. Around that, it's the 50-day moving average, whatever that is. You can still get in this trade, by the way. It's sitting at about 25.50, and we had a little bit of a retest of that. Looks like we had a successful retest of that. We'd ride that up to about $2,800 is there. We would exit that trade, or you could just take profit and keep riding it up. So this one render, I gave the trade on the break of the 50-day moving average. And so if you got in that trade, that rode all the way up to $5.45. If you missed that trade, where's a good re-entry? It's here at the 200 EMA on the 4-hour here at about $5.15, okay? And so you can get back in that trade at about that price, or you can wait for it to go down to the 50-day moving average again at around about $5 and see that it might retest there. So there's two entries there for you. Entry number one is here at $5.15. You'd put your stop loss under the 50-day moving average, maybe at around about $4.90, just somewhere around here, $4.92. The 50-day moving average is at $4.97 right now, so maybe at $4.95 you could put your stop loss. And so you could enter there at $5.15, put a stop loss under, or you could enter here at the 50-day moving average. This is sloping downwards. I think this is the better entry up top here. If we were to lose that, I'd want to see what happens here with this, because we could certainly possibly come down into this area of liquidity here and tap this area of liquidity on this level. But render, we are still continuing to see higher lows here. And so if we continue to see that, if we bounce off here, this could be a place to get in the trade at about $4.97, and then you can just have your stop loss put a little bit under that, depending on how aggressive that you want to be with that stop loss. Okay, with SUI, we have on a tear, but it's starting to cool off. But we're seeing this up, dip, up, small dip, up, small dip, up, and we're going up higher each time, and we only just came down to about 143. I do have buy orders set. 139 is aggressive buy order there, or coming down to 122. So those are my two buy orders for SUI. Certainly, is it a buy right now? I sell these things. I don't buy them. I look at to buy on dips, and if we were to come back down, even down to $1.15 or down to $1.12 here, that would be superb. But I'm not buying at 139. I'd be looking at buying at 122 and down again at 112 to 114, because I was accumulating. Actually, I've been accumulating SUI since, I believe, last year. So, all right, and then let's look at Tau. Tau, certainly again, I'm looking again to get back in the trade at 365. It went all the way up to, where did it go to actually? It went all the way up to around about 430, and I did take profits off the table at 430, a little bit earlier than the 450. And then 365, look to get back in the trade, or if we can come down to the 320s, 315, 300, if we're lucky enough to come back down to the 200 EMA around 335. But I think 335 to 365 might become the new little accumulation period. Of course, if Bitcoin has a major drop, then we might see some of these lower price ranges, but that's just a big if. And we can't always rely on the ifs. All right. Well, again, as always, thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate all of your support. Check out all of my details on my cheat sheets here. And until the next episode, which will be the stock show tomorrow, okay? Happy trading.